Welcome. This lecture is all about Earth's origins. Where did the Earth come from? Where did the material that the Earth is made out of come from? Well, let's see. Earth's origins. Earth as we know it today is made out of a lot of different systems all interacting together, and we call these systems geologic spheres. These are the atmosphere, the air, the biosphere, all the different life, geosphere, the rocks, that's what we're going to learn this semester, hydrosphere, the water, cryosphere, the ice, right? All of these different materials are interacting with each other, right? So even though this semester we're going to be focusing on the geosphere, the rocks, the minerals, know that a lot of these other spheres are interacting with and being impacted by the geosphere, so they're also going to come up a lot as well. Okay, but let's focus on the geosphere. So the geosphere is all rocks and minerals on Earth. This includes the molten rock and the heavy metals deep inside of our planet, to the sands on the beaches and the peaks of the mountains, right? All of the rocks and the minerals on Earth. This includes all non-living parts of the soils, as well as skeletons of animals that are so old they've actually been fossilized over geologic time. And the geologic spheres, as I said, are dynamic and they're coupled, right? So the geosphere is impacted by and impacts all of the other spheres. And this has been going on, this dynamic system has been going on since the Earth was formed about 4.6 billion with a B, 4.6 billion years ago, Earth was formed. And changes since then have occurred, some gradually, some rapidly, some catastrophically, right? The Earth has been evolving over time and it's going to continue to evolve. It's going to continue to change. Okay? So the Earth as we see it today, the globe that you're looking at right now on this screen, the Earth did not look like this in the past. It actually looked very, very, very different in the past. And it's also not going to look like this exactly again in the future. It's going to continue to change. Okay. And all of the time that the Earth has had to change, all of that 4.6 billion years that the Earth has been around, right? The Earth has looked different. There's been different gases in our atmosphere. There have been different life, different animal species on our planet. There's been different sizes of the oceans, different numbers of continents, right? All of this time, the Earth has looked different. And geologists break up Earth's history into different time periods, time eras, time eons that we name. So some of these you might actually be familiar with, right? Triassic, Jurassic, you probably know that. Those periods as the ages of the dinosaurs. Here. And when geologists think about time, we also think about depth. And that's because in general, if you dig down from the surface of the Earth down into Earth near the surface, the material you find is getting older and older and older and older, right? So the deeper you go down into Earth, the further and further and further back in time you're going. And this illustration kind of demonstrates that, right? Us people, we live on the surface when the material is brand new, right? 0 years old. But if we were to dig down in general, we would be digging down into material that was older and older and older and older. Okay. So this is what's called the geologic timescale. It's the system of chronological dating, right? Meaning placing age on material, ages of the Earth, that relates to the geologic strata or layers of rock, right? So the rock near the surface of the Earth are younger than the rock and the layers of sediment and rock as you go deeper and deeper within the Earth. In general, right? We're going to talk about all of the different ways that this gets more complicated a little later, right? But this is what I mean when I say geologic timescale. Know that geologists, and now you, because you're in this class, are going to start thinking about geologic time, not just as a time scale, but also as depth, whereas you go deeper and deeper into the Earth, you get older and older and older. All righty. Let's see what you can remember with this first quiz question.